Hey, and welcome. My name is Lydia. Today I'm going to be talking about how to know if an item that you're interested in bringing home from the thrift store is a good investment in your wardrobe before you bring it home. As a practical application of that, I'm going to be showing some of my favorite thrift finds from the previous year, also some fails, some things that I did buy but that didn't end up working out well for me at all. Some of them I'm keeping anyway, and I'm going to try to thrift flip or just see if I can tweak them a little bit to make them work in my wardrobe. Let's get started. So the first point is go in with a wish list. Know what's missing from your wardrobe, what it is that would really bring more pieces together for you whenever you're making an outfit. That way you're less likely to be looking for things that you don't need and end up bringing something home, and now it's just potentially cluttering up your wardrobe even more. In general, less impulse purchases, less regret. The second point is price. If you're looking for a specific item, look up the price new. So that way, whenever you're in the thrift store, or especially if you're looking online, make sure that you know that you're not being overcharged for something that's used. Okay, the third point is to make sure that there are no flaws. And you really have to check thoroughly. I'm talking about stains, holes, pulled thread, poor stitching, loose stitching, buttons that are about to fall off. Now that I will say is really an easy fix. It's not hard to find out online how to sew on a button. Some stains do come out. I have had several things that I have brought home with a stain on them that I was fairly confident I could get out. Okay, the fourth point is fit. Try on the item in the store if at all possible. And for me especially, I don't like buying clothing online because of this, because I can't try things on. Sometimes they will have measurements listed, which is really helpful. So if you can do that, take your measurements. It's really not difficult. Just get a fabric measuring tape and do all of the most important measurements, your bust, your waist, your hips, your inseam, that sort of thing. Now personally with shoes, I just really don't buy shoes online because I just really can't be sure that it's going to fit, and returning secondhand items online is often impossible or difficult or expensive for restocking fees. So if you do buy shoes online, you either need to be willing to take the loss if they don't fit, or you need to know the return policy in case you can return them. And as far as once you get the garment on, if it's not a perfect fit, it's a no. I know it's so easy, especially if it's something that you think is so cute, if you really want to keep it, you really want it to work, but I promise you, if it's not a perfect fit, you are not going to want to wear it. It's going to end up in the back of your closet. It is not going to be what you end up reaching for, and so it's not going to be a good investment. It needs to be perfect. Now, sometimes you might want it to be an oversized fit, and that's okay if that's what you're looking for. Fine. Just make sure it's the right kind of oversized, that it's not too big or just slightly too small to where it's between fitted and oversized. Whatever it is you're looking for, that's fine. Just make sure that it is that. This is one area where you really want to be strict with yourself and not settle. Whatever you end up with, if it does fit you the way that you want it to, it's going to have much better longevity in your wardrobe. You're going to be reaching for it much more often, and you're going to want to put it on. Otherwise, it's not going to be quite right, and so you're still going to be looking for that elusive other thing. Okay, number 5, color. You want to make sure that whatever the color it is, it's a good color for you. You love this color. Maybe it's a color that you're wanting to try, that you've seen, that you really think would suit you, or it's a color that you wear frequently, one that complements your hair color, your complexion. Now look, I know that a lot of people are not as on board with the whole seasonal color analysis thing, okay? I personally think that it's helpful, not that you can't wear other colors. I still wear some black, even though it told me in no uncertain terms, no black, no black. Just make sure it's not a color that you know you don't like how it looks on you. For example, there's a pair of tan cigarette pants, and they are so lovely, but the color just does not work with my skin tone. So that's an example of a fail that could have been so good. Also, does this color match the other items in your wardrobe? Not that it has to, but can you think of maybe 5 different outfits in your wardrobe that this would fit in well with? That idea I got from Lainey Ozark. Okay, there's a sweater that I have that's a beautiful minty blue-green, and it's really lovely, but it just does not work with the other colors that I have going on for the winter. Unfortunately, because of that, I just don't wear it as often. Okay, number 6, material. Check the fiber content tag, okay? If this is something that you care about, let's say you prefer natural materials, make sure that you check the care tag, okay? So that you're not bringing home some stiff polyester blouse that you like the look of, but when you get home, you're gonna realize, I really don't like how this feels against my skin, or this really makes me sweat, and I know that's why I don't normally buy polyester, etc. So just pay attention to the kind of materials that you like to wear normally, and if it's something that you you don't like, leave it at the thrift store. Finally on this, check the care. Is it dry clean only? Is it hand wash only? Make sure that you are willing to do that if so, or be willing to put it in the washing machine and just deal with the consequences. All right, the seventh and final point, style. Does this match your style? One thing that has helped me is to come up with style words. So I found this concept from Melissa Beltempa, and I will put a link to her channel below as well. But basically the idea is to come up with a few words that characterize how you conceptualize your style. So a few of mine, for example, are vintage inspired, comfortable, feminine. I have a couple more, but that's the idea. Make sure that whatever it is that you're buying, it fits in with the vibe that you want to have. This next point might be a little bit controversial, but I recommend not going outside of your comfort zone unless it is something that you were actively looking to try, like a new trend, for example, that you wanted to give a shot to, but you didn't really want to buy something new in case you didn't like it. If it's outside of your comfort zone, you're probably not going to want to wear it. You're going to reach into your closet and you're going to pull out something that you know you like to wear and you're familiar with. It's going to take too long to figure out how to style. Also, does this garment match your lifestyle? Business attire or formal cocktail dresses, blah, 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 etc. are not going to be super helpful for a stay-at-home mom. Also, does it match the climate where you live? I bought a beautiful black down puffer coat a couple of years ago, like a trench length, right? And it doesn't make sense. I live in North Carolina. It does not get that cold here. Okay, so a note for special occasions. It is okay to have something for special occasions, but do you really need 6 different dresses for these like hypothetical events that may or may not ever happen? Be realistic. Do you have a specific event in mind that's happening this year, like a friend's wedding? If not, pass. I have one dress. One dress that I wear for weddings. I like it, it works. All right, and lastly, what happens if you miss something? Let's say you don't see a flaw on the garment, there's a massive stain that somehow you missed, or there's a hole in the shirt, which honestly, it feels like that happens to me all the time. Be sure that you take note of the store's return policy. Sometimes you can return a garment for store credit or exchange it for something else, but keep in mind that sometimes those flaws can be rectified. So stains can be removed, buttons can be sewn back on, holes can be darned if you know how to do that. Seams can be repaired, etc. So don't despair right away. Okay, y'all, that is all that I have for you today. I hope that this was helpful to you. If so, let me know in the comments below, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye.